We are just about 10 miles south of downtown. You get a look inside NRG Stadium in Houston, the home of the Texans. Today, the first of 3 on this Wild Card Sunday. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you, the veteran Chris Boswell, getting things started. Off we go from Houston. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35. Begins with a pass. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play, you throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Stroud. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it's going to be 4th down. The Texans getting all set to punt. Now a hit. He lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery.
You know, it's so hard to say what goes wrong in these bad snaps, Mike. You know, sometimes it's mechanics, sometimes it's concentration, sometimes, frankly, it's just bad luck when things go sideways, but he puts a little bit too much juice on it, ends up out of the punter's reach, and now they're heading back to the sideline, though, and they just put their defense in a really bad spot.
Now he'll run it. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 50. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrabbling his way to a 1st down.
And this is one of the downfalls to man coverage, Mike. Anytime the defender's eyes are so locked in on their responsibility, there's not a lot of guys with eyes on the quarterback. In this case, he escapes the pocket, becomes a runner, and there is a lot of room to operate.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. His pass complete to Jalen Noel. And he's into the end zone. What a start. Jalen Noel. Touchdown, Texans. Fairbairn able to add the extra point. And the Texans will jump out to a 7-0 lead here on Wild Card Weekend. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. From Throwing right away is Mahomes. Quick throw, taken in, and he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down.
Yellow.
They'll send Worthy in motion. First down throw, Mahomes. To the right side here, pass is caught. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Mahomes quickly out to Rice. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
That's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike, and he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
Second and inches. Mahomes now to throw again. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Complete. And he's going to be out of bounds after a pickup of about 4, but that is enough to keep the drive alive. First down.
Third and inches, you see a lot of teams try to take a shot. Why, Mike? Because they know on 4th and inches, they still have a chance to convert the first down. The shot wasn't there, but they're still able to pick up a nice gain and convert and bring up first down.
Attack! Easy!
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to be taken down. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's first and goal. Pacheco. Try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2.
So these might be the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
From the 2 now, here's second and goal. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. One more time with Pacheco. And he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
Back at the 3-yard line. Third and goal.
Fight on these two. Let's go, Eddie! Easy!
Motion man is Rice.
Rice!
They'll run with Pacheco. Now Pacheco loses the football. And the defense has come up with it. Not only no points, but they turn it over deep in their own territory. Boy, that one hurts, Greg. They had a really nice drive going and moved it halfway down the field, but then fumbled down here in the red zone, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
anytime you put together a drive of this length, Mike, you just want to come away with points. Of course, a touchdown is the main goal, but in this case, to turn the ball over this deep in the red zone is just a brutal turn of events for this offense.
Hey, team. What's up? Why Tony? 11.
Stroud to throw here on first down. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. One quarter in the books in round one of these AFC playoffs. It's the Texans who have the early lead. More from Houston coming up in a moment. Third and long. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down.
Look the hot. How is that? Hot.
Now Stroud forced out wide, and that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
That's taken in at the 50. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco, and he finds some space tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 32-yard line.
Ball on the 32. It's second and 2.
Yellow. 43, 15. Hey, yellow, go.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Yellow. Hey, Riblet. Yellow.
Mahomes looking to throw on second down. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
Here we go, let's go. Hey, we're no more. 18, what's that?
On first down, it's Stroud. Exiting the pocket right. He'll get that out to Mixon. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
So, from the 37, here's second down and a yard.
18,
Back to throw, Stroud. Rolling to the left. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 24 through the air. First down for Houston. Stroud to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
Viking. Here we go. 18, what's that?
Here's Stroud. Flush to his right. This one up top for Dobbs. That is going to be in. He's got it. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Houston. Fairbairn good on the point out. And the Texans will move out to a 14-7 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Here's Smith to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
Down 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And he'll take this up to the 30. I'll pick up the 5. They'll come up now for second down and 4.
What the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Back with more of the AFC playoffs after this. Here's a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So the drive ends, and on comes Jordan Stout to kick it away. Forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Now Stroud. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Over. 18. What's up? 19 Texas.
Stroud going to set up the throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He's going to take this one all the way into the end zone. There is a marker down. I'm going to get the call, but I think this one is going to stand. Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Texans will take a 21-7 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
First and 10 for Mahomes. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
And there's a great example of the pressure altering the quarterback's plan. They need to continue to get him off his spot, continue to make him speed through those progressions. I think if they can continue to do that, they're going to find good success.
On 2nd down, Mahomes. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Motion man is Rice. Man in motion, heading left. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down. Motion man is Rice.
Attack, attack!
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Makes things difficult defensively. It sets up fourth down.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out first, second, third down. All three incompletions, and now brings up fourth down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
Motion man is Rice. They're indeed going, and it's Mahomes. That is incomplete. He couldn't get the connection on fourth. Going to give the ball over on down.
It's a turnover on
You know, Mike,
down.
you could almost just look down in the huddle, and the players are looking at the sideline like, Coach, isn't the punt team going to come out? And the coach was having none of it. He says, no, you're staying on the field. We're being aggressive all day long, and we're going to go pick up this first down.
He fires downfield for Pitts. That is caught. What a throw. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Texans. Fairbairn good on the point after. And the Texans add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. He'll take it in at the goal line. He'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Mahomes. He's got the hook up there on the comeback route. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. A big pickup there for the Chiefs. It's a gain of 34. They'll send Worthy in motion. On first down, it's Mahomes. Headed left, buying time.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Mahomes now to throw on second down. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On third down, Mahomes. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. The Chiefs will use their third and final timeout here as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
That's going to be caught, and he will have the first down. So they took a chance on 4th and 2. Didn't get it by much, but they do convert to keep the drive going.
First down, Kansas City.
So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. One team advances. One team's season ends here. Second half underway in the AFC wildcard game. And he will not attempt to return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line. Start on the ground with Pacheco. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Daniil Hunter with the stop. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Austin brought in motion. Mahomes now on 2nd down. This caught right side by Worthy. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard. He sets up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. The gun, here's Mahomes. Oh, bad decision there. Off his back foot, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kalen Bullock.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out into the field a little earlier than expected, and they need to hold serve and keep the score right where it is.
It's a gain of 12 then. It's good for a Texans 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Mixon. And boy, tough to bring down there, fighting forward for a gain of 7.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they'll move it down to the 11-yard line. He's out of bounds there. He had 2 touchdowns earlier. Looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a 1st down. On the handoff, it's Mixon. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Buggy. Here we go. 18.
From the gun, here's Stroud. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Houston. Now Fairbairn for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Texans will extend this 3rd quarter lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. Here's Smith to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 6. Here's Mahomes. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
A first down throw for Mahomes. Quick throw here is complete. Tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
43!
Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Set to go now on first and 10.
First down in Kansas City.
Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. Working the right side. Taken in by Rice. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. Second and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in this AFC wild card matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. Looking for that final yard. It's third and goal.
Easy.
And he'll go the long way, trying to use that speed to get out to the pylon. They got to give ground, and they tackle him for a loss.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
Field goal not going to help much at this point. They've got to go for it on 4th and goal. That one, taken in. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, KC.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Here's the Chiefs and Mahomes lining up to add on two more. On the zone read, he'll keep it himself. And he's not going to get in. The decision to go for two doesn't pay off. Unable to cut any further into the deficit. Boswell now, following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. This returnable from the 4. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
Y'all can't talk about basic. We might as well power. Mine also dangerous. Y'all talk outrageous. Don't call the matrix. Got that touch my savior.
Ow, Viking. 18. What's that?
They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. Not much there, maybe a yard.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll get that out to Mixon. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Viking.
Throwing is Stroud. This ball batted away. That's incomplete. He was looking for Jalen Noel that time. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Oh, 18. What's that?
To throw, it's Stroud. That'll be taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. That is incomplete. Throw took him out of bounds, and it will be 3rd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
It's a big play there on 3rd down, but there is a marker down, and that is not a good sign for the offense. The Texans set to punt this one away.
Wounds that the coaching staff told us about all week, Mike, and it's been a real point of emphasis. Anyone possessing the ball, whether that's on offense, defense, or in this case, special teams, protect the ball at all costs, and I can promise you they're not going to be happy with this one.
All right.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. That is caught at the 3. They're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up 1st down and goal.
big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one out of reach.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Oh, ready?
Mixon is in for a touchdown. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Makes the score Texans 42, Chiefs 15.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Here's Smith to return it. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes quickly out to right. And it'll mark out up at the 34-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ballgame now. This one's good for a first down.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
First down throw, Mahomes forced to his right. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Gray is the motion man here. On 2nd down, Mahomes. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. That's dropped off for Pacheco. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
It's a gain of 8, but it brings up 4th down.
Hey, 43.
Now Mahomes. That's taken in, and he will have the 1st down. So they took a chance on 4th and 2. Didn't get it by much, but they do convert to keep the drive going. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at, and that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Mahomes now to throw again. That's complete, left side to Worthy. Yeah, he gets free. Still going. And he will score. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Kansas City.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
Boswell now, following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. This will be returned from the 6. Whoa! And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. On first down, it's Stroud. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
And it's downfield to the tight end Pitts. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A pickup there of 28 yards. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mixon. And he's going to have the first down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On first down, they keep it on the ground, and they keep it with Mixon. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Playing close quickly. Here comes third down.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
Stroud, they're set up to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And this is going to be a touchdown. They're going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Texans will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Second and inches.
Down the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 29-yard line.
One last shot now for Mahomes. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end.